Hey, hello everyone, Michael Crouch here, and welcome to this lesson. We are here with Dave from Beef Stew Productions.
Yep.
How's it going, Dave?
Hey guys.
And we are going to be talking about his business. He's been using Facebook for a while successfully. He does vocal lessons. I actually met him here on Maui through a Facebook ad, which is kind of what prompted me to reach out to him, not only for a vocal lesson, but since we are filming these classes for the digital social marketing consulting agency, that we will kind of bring him in to use him as a case study for kind of how to step up his business. So your experience so far with Facebook, though, has been super positive.
It has been, yeah.
But you're excited to kind of see the next level of what you could do.
Yes, I feel like I'm barely just getting what it's capable of, so I need a lot of help.
Nice. So this is like really a testament for Facebook, because if you look at his process, basically, I'll just switch spots with you real quick, Dave, is where he's taking his leads from Facebook, or I should say traffic from Facebook, and that's being sent over to his website, right? And you'd say most of your leads come from email, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as we've talked about, this is kind of step one in the process, right? If we talk about the two biggest things that are going to impact sales for a business like yours more than anything, number one is definitely going to be Facebook. So the fact that he has number one already done is why he's getting good results, because that's going to be the number one factor that's going to affect that top line sales revenue number. Now, what he's missing is going to be that second most important thing, which is an app that can do the nurturing process, right? So we talk about these super apps like High Level that can take the traffic, which is step one, and instead of just sending them to the website where they could browse around, maybe email, maybe not, maybe leave, maybe forget about you forever, Dave.
Right.
Instead of doing that, what we want to do is send them to a super app or a Swiss Army knife of apps like High Level, and basically nurture that client over time. Because like we were talking earlier, there's going to be times where you get clients right away, and then there's also going to be times where you get clients maybe a week down the road or 2 weeks down the road.
Right.
And if you go with this process, it makes it a bit harder, because you don't have any of this automated. So it's like, okay, do I call them again next week, or do I send them an email, or you're kind of wondering like, how do I nurture it? Whereas if you have an app doing that all for you, it's going to make life a little bit easier.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this kind of part of your equation the same, and I want to draw out kind of what we're going to do, because we're going to take you onto my computer and we're going to actually do a little bit of a screen share and actually show you the step-by-step of moving Dave and his company, which is Beef Stew Productions, doing vocal lessons, and move him kind of into the next phase of Facebook marketing. So we're still going to keep Facebook the same. So this is going to be Dave's new plan here. So we're still going to have Facebook. Now, instead of just focusing on traffic, though, what we're going to do is we're going to specifically run lead ads. Now, the reason we want to run lead ads is a few things. One, Facebook is going to, they're going to reward us for keeping people on Facebook. So instead of sending somebody to a website, which pushes people off of Facebook, which Facebook doesn't necessarily like to do, if we leave somebody on Facebook and let them basically just opt in and stay on Facebook, which is where Facebook makes their money, they're going to reward you for that, right? So Facebook lead ads is a way that we can capture name, email, phone number without having to get somebody off of Facebook, okay? So that's going to be kind of the first little change that we're going to do there. And this is obviously going to collect name, email, and phone number. Okay, now the nice thing here is that the person opting in doesn't have to type any of this stuff. It's all pre-populated by Facebook, because they already have the information. So we're going to make them an offer. I know a popular offer for you, which is how you got me, was $25 initial vocal lesson. So we're probably going to try that for initial ad. Maybe one other selling point to get people interested.
Okay.
But that could be our initial lead ad that we build when we jump on the computer. Is do you want to take advantage of this discounted $25 first vocal lesson? If so, click the button. They're going to click the button. Their name, email, phone number is going to pop up on the screen on Facebook pre-populated, and they're going to click confirm. And then once they click confirm, what we want to do is we want to have this sent over to our super app, which is called High Level. Now we do that through a tool called Zapier, kind of an intermediary here. So intermediary. So Zapier is up here. Now Zapier is what's called a push button API. So API, for the nerds out there, stands for Application Protocol Interface. And in the old days of the internet, which is like 5 years ago, this all had to be done from scratch. So you actually had to have a coder that understood the APIs. They would have to look at what Facebook's API was. An API is really how programs talk to each other. So Facebook would set their API rules would be what they allow to share with other companies, right? And then high level, who we're sending the information to, which is kind of our Swiss Army knife super app, that it's going to go through high level and it's going to go through Zapier over to high level. They have an API too, which is their rules on what they're willing to share back and forth, right? So in the old days of the internet, 5 years ago, someone had to study what Facebook's API was, study what high level's API was, and then basically connect them. And that would have required a coder, a lot of time, in this case, thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, with Zapier, this makes this whole process push the purple dinosaur simple. So now we can, in the comfort of our living room, from my computer, I know nothing about code, I can basically, push the red stegosaurus, push the green tyrannosaurus, and get these guys connected and talking to each other. Okay, so super easy. Now, all we're really doing here is we're tying two apps together. The Facebook lead ads as it is an app within Zapier, and high level is kind of that Swiss Army knife super app also within Zapier. So we're going to take the name, email, phone number. Once they opt in, it's going to send it over to high level. Now, what's high level going to do? High level is really going to nurture the client, right? And it's going to do that through a number of ways. So you're going to have automatic emailing, texting. It's going to be able to do live call connects. So it's going to connect you with the calls and record the calls. So if you want to keep track of your salespeople, you can do that as well. It can do voicemail. It can do Facebook Messenger. And it's also going to be your CRM as well as your review system. We're running out of space. It does so many things here, right? So, etc. There's even more that it does, okay? So now, again, we talked about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, this would have all had to be coded from scratch. Old days of the internet, 5 years ago, this would have taken you tens of thousands of dollars and months and months and months. And as someone that, does a local business, like that could be prohibitive of you even having this working for you, right? Phase 2, which is maybe just 2 or 3 years ago, these apps started to emerge where you could, have these you wouldn't have to code them. So you could have this stuff kind of pre-built. So this is like the pirate ship being pre-assembled in the box if we're talking about Legos. That's the castle being pre-assembled in the box, the train station being pre-assembled in the box. Now fast forward another 2 years, and just in the last 12 months, we have these super apps, these Swiss Army knife apps. So now, instead of you having to do a zap and have that send information to 10 different programs, we can literally just do one single simple zap, and we'll see that when we jump on the computer. It's super simple. One single zap, and it's basically going to be a Swiss Army knife to do 10 different things for you, okay? Yeah. So that's kind of the layout. So again, kind of looking at what Dave has already, he's already profitable, and because he's already doing step 1 very well, right? The Facebook side. So what we're doing is we're making his step 1 a little bit better, and then we're adding that number 2 most important thing that's going to affect that top line number, which is going to be apps, automation, and nurturing the client. Okay? Excited?
Yeah.
All right,
excited.
nice, cool. So that's going to wrap up this lesson, and next we're going to jump onto, well, this part of the lesson, I should say. And then in the second half, we're going to jump onto my computer, and I'm going to actually walk you through the step-by-step of taking a client that you could work with doing consulting, like Dave, and take them from either from scratch or from maybe a step 1 to going into a step 2 and being able to produce more revenue. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Aloha from Maui, and we'll see you guys inside. you.